Welcome to Build the Weight Loss Practice of Your Dreams. I'm your host, Carol Clark, and last month we spent time talking about how to set your goals for whatever quarter that you may be in. So it doesn't matter when you're watching this, the information is all right there on how to set attainable goals. And I have been so excited listening to you and your teams about the goals that you've set, because it gives you sort of a goal to obviously work towards. It gives a target, and it really gets people excited to work towards that goal and setting things into place in order to attain that larger vision. So it's exciting. If you haven't done that planning already, no worries. Go ahead and go back and find it at weightlosspracticebuilder.com/free. There's all the resources there. And there's also, depending on when you're watching this, a webinar coming up January 27th, all about how to backfill your practice for stability and growth in 2022. And all the details are at robart.com. And if it's after that time when you're watching this, then the replay will be available there. So anyhow, that's all about planning. But this month, we are focusing on a topic that as healthcare practitioners, we don't often even think about. And it's a concept that actually applies to every single business, and it dates all the way back to the 1800s. And that is the funnel that is in place for your business. So I know we don't like to talk about these things, we don't like to think about it, but we certainly do understand and experience issues related to each phase of this funnel. So that's what we're going to be focusing on. So I'm going to get a little bit into some details about what that funnel is, and not to be too basic, but a patient funnel is really how people find out about you, how they learn more about you, how they convert to wanting to work with you and your team and purchase your services and your products, whether you're using insurance or your cash base, no matter what it is. And this applies to every single business, no matter what business that you're in. So specifically for weight loss, there are actually two funnels at play in your practice. And you may or may not think of it this way, but there are external funnels, meaning ways to acquire new patients. And there are internal funnels, meaning ways that you can also better serve the patients in your practice and have a longer lifetime value with them. So those are two different types of funnels that are working in tandem really in your practice, and hopefully firing on all cylinders. So when we talk about a funnel, we look at the top of the funnel, which you know is generally a bit wider. And this is the funnel, the part of the funnel that you have to focus on if you're one of those practitioners who's thinking, I just want more patients, I want to serve more people. This part of your funnel is focused on people who may not even know you exist. They don't realize that they need your services. They're kind of out there, they know that they have a need, but they haven't actually discovered you. So there are ways to optimize that part of the funnel. We're going to focus on the next 3 weeks, one on the top of the funnel, one on the middle, and one on the bottom, and what the common problems are that you see and how you can optimize that. But that portion of your funnel really is, like I say, people who may not even know who you are or benefit or realize that they can benefit from the awesome services and products that you offer. So that's the top of the funnel, and that's where we're all spending time with marketing, advertising, that sort of thing. But there are ways to optimize that. The second part of the funnel is the middle of the funnel, and this is for people who have heard about you and they know kind of what you offer, or they've raised their hand before to participate in your programs or services, or have been a patient in the past but kind of fell off and never really followed through. So these are people that are sort of like lukewarm, so to speak. And in this area, you may have a lot of leads sort of in your funnel, but they're really sort of crickets out there. They're not moving forward. They're not really reaching out. You don't really see much engagement. So they're there, but it's not really as if they have really dove in to utilize your services and products. So there are specific ways to optimize that part of your funnel, but we do want to focus on each one and what your symptoms may be. If you want more patients, let's focus at the top. If you have people in your pipeline or you have leads that are there, but they're just not, really raising their hand or moving forward in any way, they're just kind of remaining silent, that's the middle of your funnel. And then the bottom of your funnel is where people have actually identified with you. They have started to build more of a relationship with you. They are actually raising their hand saying, I really want to work with you. And you may think, well, then I'm not having trouble with the bottom of my funnel, but that could be people who come in, they look and seem all gung-ho, but then they never really take that final action. So it's people who know all about you, but there's something that's holding them back. And so that's the bottom of your funnel. But when you have all parts of your funnel working properly and you are focused on the ideal patients that you want to work with, it can be a easy transmission from the top to the bottom. And coincidentally, nowadays that process has actually sped up a bit. So people are out there, they're looking all over the place. They are engaging with certain practices, with certain practitioners, or with certain programs, and they are ready to buy for a lot of people. So we want to make that so that it's working really well for you. And not only that external funnel, but also the internal funnel, making sure that you're serving those patients that you have in the best possible way, and you're maximizing that lifetime value in terms of sales of products or other revenue streams that you may have in your practice or other services. And it's funny, I do a fair amount of sales training, and quite frankly, I don't really consider myself a salesperson at all. What I'm good at is building relationships and really caring about the outcome that clients that I work with or anybody that I serve get. And that's probably very similar to you, because as practitioners, that's how we are. You know, we don't like to feel salesy. We don't want to sell things. But at the end of the day, you do have a business, but it's all about building that relationship throughout that funnel and really caring about the outcome that occurs. That's what builds a real robust practice. And yet there are tactics at every single part of the funnel that we're going to get into over the next 3 weeks. And I also have, as you know, always a free handout, a freebie for you to download that kind of has everything in one place, because I like to make sure that that is detailed out for you. You can get that at weightlosspracticebuilder.com/free. In fact, if you go there, you can actually get all the different ones that I've created. So I like to make sure that you have in your hands, if you're one of those people gung-ho ready to do it yourself, you've got it all there. You go ahead and implement it with your team. If I can be of additional service to you, please reach out to me, Carol, Karol, at weightlosspracticebuilder.com. I wanted to give sort of this overview in this podcast because I like to keep these short and sweet and something easy to digest, but follow along, or if this is after the fact, you can just watch the rest of them. We're going to focus on each aspect of that funnel, internal, external, and how you can optimize it. So no matter what you're experiencing, or if everything's running on full cylinder, it can also still be helpful just to tweak those little areas that may need a little bit of tweaking. So I hope you found this helpful. Once again, reach out to me, Carol, at weightlosspracticebuilder.com, if I can be of service. If you aren't a member of Bariatric Business Boss, check it out, bariatricbusinessboss.com. We do a lot of work together in there, and also there's just a deeper dive on everything. So I hope you have a great day. In the meantime, take care and continue to develop that wonderful funnel and in your practice or whatever other business you may even have. So take care.